Welcome, dear children. This is lesson number 10 of Grammar Gear, subject verb agreement. The other name of this topic is concord. Now, children, we should be very clear with the concept of singular verb, singular noun, and plural noun. So, this is called as prerequisite knowledge, knowledge that you should possess before learning a particular topic. So, here to understand subject verb agreement, you should be very clear with the idea of singular verbs and plural verbs. The list is already given here. Singular verbs are am, is, was, has, does, and S form of the action verbs. Then plural verbs are, were, have, do, and base form of the verb. Then singular subjects are he, she, the baby, I, and you, or woman, for example. And plural subjects are we, they, the babies, you, and women. You already know that you, when written in a sentence, can be considered as singular as well as plural both. Then we move on to, sometimes you'll end up confused how to make the singular or plural of a noun or a verb. Now, the rule is very, very simple, and the rule is that to make a noun plural, we add S. Like, for example, kite, the plural is kites. We've added S to it. Then to make a verb plural, we take away S. So it is just the opposite. To change a singular noun into plural, we add S. And to change a plural verb into a singular, we have to add S. For example, dance becomes dances to change it into singular. Or I can say it vice versa also, that singular verb dances, which possesses an S, we remove the S to change it into its plural form, that is dance. One rule to remember throughout this topic is that subjects and verbs must agree. What does this mean? It means that a singular subject will always be followed by a singular verb, and a plural subject will always take a plural verb. This is the thumb rule. Example is, my brother is a nutritionist. My brother is a singular subject and is a singular verb. Then, my sisters are mathematicians. My sisters, it's a plural subject, so it's going to take a plural verb are. Let's practice the simple rule of subject-verb agreement. Now, he is a singular subject, so it should take a singular verb. And singular form of verb is verb plus S. So he talks quietly. They is a plural subject and plural verb is the root form of the verb. So read will be the correct option. They read their assigned books. Kim is a singular subject and verb plus S or ES is the singular verb. So Kim goes to the coffee shop every weekend. We is a plural subject. It will take a verb, root form of the verb. So we write letters for our friend abroad. Ian is a singular subject, which will be followed by singular verb, and singular verb is verb plus S. So Ian sings well. Now, subject verb agreement shown in a tabular form, it will make learning very, very easy for you. The first table, the green table, shows subject verb agreement, verb in the present tense, and the second table in blue is showing verbs in the past tense. Okay. Now, I always goes with am in present tense. You matches correctly with are, whether it is representing a singular noun or a plural noun. Then he, she, it, since they are singular subjects, they will go along with is. We and they, since they both are plural subjects, they will take are after them. Coming on to the past forms of the verb, I gets along with was, You always is followed by verb. He, she, it again are singular subjects. So they will take was, which is a singular verb. We and they are plural subjects. So they will take a plural verb, which is were. So now we learn various rules on subject-verb agreement. The first rule says if the subject is third person singular noun or the pronouns like he, she, it, this or that, then we must use singular verb. The examples are here. This is for you, that is for Ankur. So this and that both followed by singular verb is. He owns operates a video. He is a singular subject and owns and operates are verbs with s or es, so they are also singular. Then it was a very cold night. It is a singular pronoun. It will be followed by a singular verb, that is was. The minister is in favor of the bill. The minister is again a singular subject. So it has to be followed by singular verb is. My father trains horses. My father is a singular subject and trains is verb plus s, so this is also singular. Rule number 2 is if the subject is third person plural noun or pronouns like I, you, we or they, then we must use a plural verb. The examples are my parents is a plural subject, so it will take a plural verb which is the root form of the verb. My parents work in a bank. The dancers is a plural subject, will take have, which is a plural verb. So the dancers have been rehearsing since morning. Then I, which is, even though it stands for one, but it is treated as a plural subject or a plural pronoun. I like to keep my room tidy. Like is again plural form of the verb. You, as I mentioned earlier, is always considered as plural, is treated as a plural subject. So it is always followed by a plural verb. Were is a plural verb. So you were talking very loudly. We, again a plural subject, will take a plural verb. We are going to compose a song. Many people is a plural subject. So it will be followed by a plural verb think, which is root form of the verb. Then they own and operate a video store. If you have observed, this sentence was taken in rule number 1 also, where the subject was singular, so own and operate had s with it, because verb plus s or es makes it singular. So here, since there is a plural subject or plural pronoun, it will be followed by own and operate, which are plural verbs. Rule number 3, which says that if two subjects are joined by and, then they must be followed by a plural verb. For example, a dog and a cat run. Run is a plural verb. A dog and a cat run around the house. The man and his wife come here often. Come is again plural form of the verb. The book and the ruler were removed by unknown persons. So, were is plural verb. James and Joe do their homework in the evening. Do is again a plural verb. Parents and teachers need to meet regularly. Need is again a plural form of the verb. Larry and Mercy. So, Larry and Mercy are joined by and. So, the verb which will follow is going to be plural. Larry and Mary are reading novels. Kim and I spend. Spend is again plural form of the verb. Ronnie and Rachel are going to another school. Since Ronnie and Rachel are joined by and, they must be followed by a plural verb. Rule 4. A compound subject joined by and gives the impression of a unit, or when two singular subjects refer to the same person or thing, then we must use a singular verb. Now here it means, for example, let's understand with an example. Bread and butter. If you think of bread, immediately you will also be reminded of butter, right? So bread and butter, they both are eaten together. So they are taken as one single, or I would say a compound subject. And they also appear as one unit. So they always take is. So bread and butter is his favorite meal. His wife and greatest admirer. Now greatest admirer is also used for his wife. So both these stand as a single unit. So it's going to take gives, which is a singular verb. Then sing. John's friend and boss is very pleasant. So John's friend, who is also his boss. So since both the names are being used for the same person, pointing towards the same person, referring to the same person, they are considered as a single unit. So it's going to take is. Then the president and commander-in-chief. Again, president and commander-in-chief both refer to the same person. Of the armed forces has arrived. Has is a singular verb. Rice and beans. Since they go together, they are referring to a single unit. They are considered as single unit. Will take a singular verb, that is. Rice and beans is good for lunch. Time and tide. Time and tide again, they are always used together as a single unit, will be followed by a singular verb, that is waits. So children, in this video we learned 4 rules of subject verb agreement. In the next video we will learn the remaining rules and also try to solve exercise A of this lesson in the textbook itself. Thank you.